how strict is it that you adhere to the statement of faith and faith beliefs and whatever that you have at your church, or that anybody, like, because like I'm pretty sure the Catholics like top down stuff and you must do it, right?
Yeah.
So how strict is all of that? Like, you have your statement of beliefs,
right?
Like, if you stop believing one of them one day,
right.
Is that going to be a problem?
I think it really depends on what is in a church's statement of faith or statement of belief.
Okay.
Because some churches will simply have in there just the basic essential elements of the Christian faith. Basically, they're just rewording the Nicene Creed in some ways.
Okay.
Some churches will say our statement of faith is the Nicene Creed. And that's not the only creed. I mean, there's others as well, but that's probably the most commonly used one.
It's the nicest one.
I'll let you say that. Okay. And so, but then other churches will have the essentials of the Christian faith in there, but then they also have their own distinctives in there. And so think of this as more like, all right, there's the essentials for salvation. Right. Then there's the doctrinal convictions of that local church.
Right.
And then in some churches as well, they also have their preferences put into those statement of faith.
Really?
Yeah.
Like preferences about what?
Well, I mean, preferences about the way that they understand baptism or communion.
Okay.
And again, some people would say, well, those are more convictions doctrinally. And then, but other churches will label them as their preferences. Like, in other words, we prefer for you to be dunked, but if you're not, that's okay. Right? But our preferred mode of baptism is for you to be dunked all the way underwater.
So they don't go down to like, I prefer that you not have tattoos.
Some churches might.
Okay.
I mean, that would be if that is included in a statement of faith, that's going to be a really long statement of faith. Because in other words, now you're getting down into some pretty specific points. And so I don't know how much. I just don't know how. I mean, that just be a really long statement of faith. And so I can't see a lot of churches going to that depth in it.
Okay.
And so,
but there are some that do.
I'm sure there are.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them at this point. I mean, I don't put anything past anybody at this point. And so, but I do think that when you're asking like for our church, you know, we are wanting to teach statement of faith to our people and help them understand it, and also understand these are the essential things. Like, we need to all agree on these things. There are some convictions we have as leadership of the church doctrinally that we believe to be correct.
Okay.
But we're not like pushing you out the church door if you don't agree with us on it.
Okay.
Right? So,
but there are churches that would do that.
Yes, there would be churches that would do that.
And push me out the door if I had tattoos.
Oh, yes.
They're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there would be some churches that would see tattoos, that would see piercings and say either have those piercings need to be gone or don't come back.
Right.
And so, and that's the reality. And so it really does vary from church to church how strict they're going to want everyone to adhere to every point of that statement of faith.